So you want chickens? There's some things you need to know. Quite a few things. Let's go over them. Ready? First, you got to feed them. Yeah, sounds simple. See all this food I have? We got a combination. Layer pellets and corn. Our chickens also free range. What kind of chickens do you want? Copper Red? Rhode Island Red? How many eggs do you want? Wooden egg right there. Sorry, but that gets them stimulated. Helps them lay more eggs. Yeah, plenty of eggs. So, what kind of chicken house are you gonna have? Are you gonna build one? Or are you gonna buy one? Are you gonna put them in a barn, in a run? Plenty of things to know. Plenty of things to know. How are you gonna get them water? You're gonna get a little container like this, or you can get a 5-gallon bucket with a little water spout that comes out, a little watering cup. Put them in there. Plenty of different ways, plenty of different things to do. So, there's quite a few things to know before you buy chickens. One of the things you got to know is sometimes they're dying. You have to make the hard choice of, are you going to put them down, or are you just going to let it flop around and die? Tough decisions sometimes. Yeah, what's the lifespan of a chicken? Yeah, you might get them. They may be 3 to 5 to 7 years. You can get some that might last up to 10 years. Yeah, that's a long living chicken. we have one on this farm. It's a silky. What kind of egg production are you looking for? You gotta look at the breeds, find out how many eggs they'll lay each year. Don't buy a breed that's for show and think you're gonna get a lot of eggs. You gotta buy an egg production chicken, give them a nice house, give them some good feed, give them some good water, and you know what's crazy is once they get full grown is you don't have to give them heat. A lot of folks want to put heat lamps on them. Chickens are made for be outside. They'll be outside. You might put a heat lamp on the inside, but they're going to be outside playing in the snow. So you don't have to necessarily give them heat. You can do things and like shield them from the north wind, keep them nice and warm rather than let them freeze. We have had a chicken to freeze out here. So it is possible. But it's not typical. Also, how many roosters do you need? Typically, there's about 7 roosters for every one hen. Sorry, I had to go out. The donkey was being a little loud. So as you see in this capture here, we got a rooster here and we have a rooster there. Also know, when you buy chickens, they may tell you you're getting a straight run. You may have all hens or all roosters, but you may get a mixture anyway. Never trust what they tell you at the store because it's very difficult to sex little baby chicks. And I can't stress enough to know your breeds. We have purebreds here. Both of these that you see here are purebreds. You've got 2 black copper Morans and 2 white leghorns. Now, we are going to have these separated with their roosters before too long when we build them their own places, because we want to have all purebred eggs when we get them. He's a leghorn, and he's a black copper Moran. We also have some Rhode Island Reds. The Rhode Island Reds will more than likely go in with the black copper Moran roosters. Look at that chicken running. Hey, buddy. Oh, well, girl. You're a girl, ain't you? You are Jane. You are 2 months old, aren't you? You gonna say hello? This is a chicken video. What are you doing interrupting? Huh? Huh? Can you cluck? Can you lay eggs? No, you can't. Also, you'll need to make sure they have places to roost at night in their housing. Place that they can get up on and sleep. Yep, this looks nasty, doesn't it? Because it is. They get up there and they roost. And they sleep at night right there. And then we've got to clean out their house, their nesting boxes today. And we're going to show that because you've got to clean. Look at all these eggs. So far this morning, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Number 6 right here. We have upwards of 15 to 20 eggs this morning. Now, that's not saying that's all of them. Because we're going to get more tonight. We collect eggs more than once during the day. So, these chickens, they're doing fine. We have somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 chickens total. Fortunately, we have plenty of hay. So we're going to clean the nest boxes and fill them with hay, fresh hay. All right, as you can see, we still have some fairly fresh hay in here. But these chickens get in here when they're laying eggs and they make a mess. So we're deciding it's time to clean. You can't just let it keep going, otherwise they'll just keep piling up, piling up, piling up. You don't want that in their nests. All right, so I'm going to clean these out. You got to get a little hand shovel or a rake or something. Get in and clean them. Now, this, I can throw down here. They're going to scratch around in it. That's fine. Eventually, we'll have to clean up in here too. But these are free-range chickens. They can, it's fenced in, but they can get in and out. So, how do you want your chickens to be? Are you going to make it to where they can get in and out? Free range, or you gotta know, are you gonna have them in a pen? If you don't have them in a pen, guess what? There's gonna be cleaning involved. And like I said, you see this is fresh hay. This hay here isn't that old. So you're gonna have to do it more often than you'd like. So you start with the hay, you just shove stuff in here. It doesn't have to be a certain amount, a little bit, a lot. They're going to move it around, do whatever they want to with it. So I'm just going to shove stuff in and let them make their own nest because they're going to make their own nest. Be prepared for chicks. They'll hide and they'll lay, and 21 days later, you'll have babies running around. You're also going to need to recognize many different health ailments that come with chickens. They have them, and you've got to make decisions whether or not you're going to treat them yourself, take them to a vet, but there's not going to be a lot of vets out nowadays that are going to take care of your chickens. You're going to have to find it, probably drive a ways. Otherwise, you'll have to learn it yourself. You know, deworming. Are you going to worm them? Or are you going to just let them go? And mites. They get mites. You have to make sure you spray for mites or give them plenty of dirt to do their dust baths in. Because that helps keep away the mites. Let's see here, waterbound chickens. They'll get waterbound where they're full of water. You can take a needle, put it in there, just below their rear end, and make it a little, either extract the water or just let it leak out after you poke it with the needle. Yep, that's a thing. Let's see here. Quite a few different ailments they can get, but that's just a handful. So you've got to become an expert on taking care of your chickens. Not just feeding them, not just bedding them, not just make sure they have water and bed and shelter, but also ailments. And, like I said, there's going to come a time where you may have to, they call it cull. Or you have to go ahead and put one down because it's dying. Hey, let's get real. What do you buy a lot at the store? Chicken. Maybe you're buying them to eat. You got to learn how to take care of them. You got to learn how to defeather them properly. Get a defeather, or you just pluck them by hand. They dip them in some warm water, get them loose, and pull it on off. Then you butcher them. Eat your own gizzards. Huh? So, many different reasons you can have chickens, and unfortunately, don't think that they're going to bring you a lot of money. I know eggs are going for a lot of money right now, but the cost of raising the chickens is not going to really offset that where you're going to make a ton of money. And unless you're going corporate and you can just have long chicken barns and have them in their cages, you know, you're not going to make a lot of money off your chickens. Or if you have specialty chickens, there are ways. Specialty chickens, there are specialties, and Bantams can run $50 a chicken, and that could be $25 an egg. Yeah, hatching eggs. So, do you want to raise them for hatching eggs? You can do that. Buy you some specialty chickens, let them lay you some eggs, and you keep those eggs, and you hatch those eggs for yourself, the babies. You raise them to keep your production going, and then as they lay more eggs, you sell the eggs. You can make $125 a dozen. Woo! Yeah, so there are ways to make money with chickens, but for the most part, you're raising them just so that you can have your own eggs and your own meat sometimes. But the main purpose for chickens right now are eggs. So anyway, if you find this helpful, find this useful, let me know. Send us a comment. Send me a shout. Come see us on Wednesday nights. We go live at 8 p.m. Central Time. Come visit with us. See me, my wife. Maya's normally there, and the boys sometimes stick their heads in, and Octavia normally does. So come see us. All right. We appreciate you guys. Come back and see us sometime. We'll see you next time. Y'all be good. Be blessed.